Hi guys, hope you're all well. Welcome back to It's Cooking Good. I'm joined today by one of my best mates, Mark. Mark, thanks for coming along.
Mate, I tell you what, this has been a long time coming.
It has.
We've been talking about it for ages.
We have. Mark is a real foodie. He and his partner absolutely love food. And it just so happens we're actually going round there for dinner tonight. So Mark and I thought, what better way of combining two things? We're going to make up some party food to give you guys some ideas for the Christmas period. And also it serves for us tonight because we can feed the girls with some canapés and party food and they'll be really impressed, we hope.
Spot on.
Yeah. So we're actually going to be cooking 4 canapés today, but we're going to start off with one of my favourites, which is Vietnamese rolls. Have you ever had Vietnamese rolls?
I have not had them before.
No? It's one of Imogen's favourites. I have to be honest, and it's not something I make for her probably enough, but they are absolutely delicious and easier to make than you might think. So why don't we take a look at the ingredients? Okay, so I picked these up from Lidl, actually. They had their Asian week on, I think it was last week. I had to go in to get some bits and bobs and they had these, I needed them, and these are your rice, they call it rice plates. I call it rice paper. But anyway, you're gonna need some of these. I've already opened this pack and you can see they're really thin rice paper sort of discs, okay? So pick yourself up some of those, really inexpensive. Some rice vermicelli or rice noodles. Again, they had these in Lidl, but if you can't find them, most supermarkets now sell this stuff, or go to a really good Asian supermarket near you. All I've done is I've pre-cooked these. You put them in a pan of boiling water for about 6 minutes and they go nice and soft. Run them under cold water to make sure that they're nicely cooled and you're all set. We're going to use a little bit of carrot, some lettuce, little gem lettuce, a little bit of cucumber, some mint, coriander, and some nice big king prawns. Okay guys, and that is all you are going to need. So this is probably the most complicated of the 4 party foods we're going to make today, but it's not that bad, trust me. So Mark, do you want to make them up or do you want to chop?
I will go for a bit of chopping.
It was a 50-50?
Yeah.
I think you chose the right one.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm going to have to now soak these and yeah. Okay, right. Okay, so could I ask you, with the carrot, I just want it sort of julienne, so thin slices. If you've got a mandolin, guys, use that, it's fine, but as thin as you can. And then the same with the cucumber.
Yeah,
yeah?
No
Is
worries.
that all right? I'll
Absolutely
leave you
spot on.
to that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get myself a board here, because we'll come back. I'm going to move those out of the way. We don't need those. Okay, so I've also got here some little gem lettuce. Okay, so we're probably going to make up a couple of these because we don't need that many. So I just want 2 of those, and I'm just going to chop the end off like that. Some prawns here, and for each of your rice rolls, you really want probably a prawn. We can always add more. So, and what I like to do is just chop them in half. You do like seafood? Do you eat a lot of seafood or?
I don't eat a great deal of it, but I love prawns, mussels, you know, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, cod, do love fish, but I don't eat a lot of it.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? We're an island, and you know, we don't actually consume a lot of fish. Most of it seems to get exported overseas. I was chatting to Ron Fowler and Sons, the fishmongers, as you know them, in Bookham.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And he was saying to me, a lot of the fish that we catch here, they send it over to France and then we buy it back off them to come back at a premium. It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely mad. But fear not, because these were from Asia somewhere anyway, these prawns. So they've already done the journey. I feel almost quite green. Okay, so that's all we need for the prawns. I've got some mint here, and I'm just going to take off some of the leaves. Again, if you don't like any of these flavours, guys, change it out. I particularly like the flavour of mint in these. I think it works particularly well. But, as I say, if you want to swap it out for like maybe some Thai basil or something like that, you could do so. And all I'm going to do, again, I'm just giving it a little slice like that. Nothing too fancy, and we'll bring it over there.
Because I wouldn't normally think about putting mint in something like this, so it's interesting you're adding that.
Yeah, I always think coriander, mint, it's a very fresh, you know, they're very fresh flavours. I love that, you know, like that Thai, Vietnamese vibe.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's quite light.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, mint, I've had it actually in Italy with prawns before, but I don't know, it just really lifts the flavour, and to these Vietnamese rolls, it really adds a certain je ne sais quoi, je ne sais quoi. Let's chop a little bit more up. Okay, and that will probably do us. Okay, so
are these to your liking? Are they kind of on the
yeah,
right
they're
track?
perfect. I think you're doing a stellar job there. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to get rid of this because we don't actually need that now, and I don't need my prawns. Okay, so okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they look good.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
Yeah, good.
Very good. That's better than a mandolin.
There you go.
And you still got your fingers, even
Still
better.
got my fingers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just need that cucumber now. What I would do with that, just so straight down the middle, scoop the seeds out,
Yep.
and then the same again for that, and then we can start to assemble this dish.
Sounds fantastico. Right. See, I've done this before.
You have done this before. Done like a true pro.
Is that all right?
Yeah, perfect.
Right, so you're going to chop these up.
Yeah, so again, just, you know, as thin as you like. Guys, and again, if you like your veg and stuff a little bit more chunky, keep it chunky. There's no rules, you know. I suppose it's probably what your guests like more than anything, isn't it? But, you know, also these aren't that big, so you've got to work with what you got in terms of your circumference, I guess, on these wraps. But
also, if they're chunky, isn't there a bigger chance of them actually doing damage to those? If they're smaller, they're more bendy and flexible, I suppose.
yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to put all this into a little dish here. So we've got our little making station, and the mint can go there. Okay, so that looks perfect. Let's just put, if you can, just put all that in there, and we'll crack on with this. So here, guys, I've got this bowl of cold water. It needs to be cold, and you get one of these and submerge it. Okay, guys, what I will say to you is don't leave these in here for too long. If they go too soft, they basically become unworkable. So I would probably say 30 seconds. We're coming up to that point. You just want them still with a bit, so they sort of hold their shape. Just flip it over, because otherwise you are never going to be able to fold these. I think that is probably it. Okay, so we'll take that out.
Looks like they could be quite sticky. Are they quite sticky?
They are sticky, yeah, and I am a bit worried actually about doing it on this wooden board.
Okay.
But that's what we got. Okay. Oh, almost lost the water again. What you didn't see earlier when I brought this over here is I spilt the water all over the kitchen and myself.
3 hour clean.
Yeah, so there you go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with one of our lettuces. We're going to use that as our little wrap for, I find this just an easier way of doing it, to be fair. Put your carrot inside that, okay, and get that on there like that. Then you want some of your noodles, just peel them off and sort of lay it again on the top. A little bit more, why not? Okay. Some of your coriander. Just move that, because I don't know if you can see that. Just sprinkle some of your coriander and some of your lovely mint. So it's nicely covered, yeah?
Yeah, nice.
And then we're going to take some of our prawns, okay? And what we're going to do is do one, probably two, okay? Hopefully get the edge up, like so. You know what it feels like? Tights.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not that I've got loads of experience with tights, but okay, fold the end over.
It's flexible, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, and that's what I'm saying, take it out earlier because it sort of sits in its own water. Again, bring that in. A bit like you're making like a fajita type thing. Make sure you hold, out of tight, and make sure you're holding it in and roll it away from you.
Oh, look at that.
There we have one, okay?
Voila.
I'm just going to put it on that board there. Do you want to do the next one? Do you want to have a go?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, there you go. I'll bring that back over there for you.
Super.
Okay.
Right.
While you're doing that, gives me a chance to have a little sip of wine.
There you go. Right. So you need to put this in roughly.
Feeling quite festive. Right.
Yeah. It's like a very thin bit of card.
Yeah.
When you first take it out, let's have a go.
But it goes really quickly. Like all of a sudden, it sort of bites, you know, and then you end up. Actually, I'm pleased it didn't stick on that board either.
I'd say a little tiny.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah, kind of still feels.
Be bold. Be bold with it. Be bold.
It's kind of funny. I think it should come out and kind of be really smooth, but it kind of feels a little bit, you know, clanky.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and it's also obviously as it sort of goes into its end form, it becomes quite sticky.
Yes.
On your fingers, and that's where I sort of
Now we're good.
got a clanger.
Now we're good.
That's it. You got it. Yeah, brilliant.
There you go.
It doesn't. As long as it doesn't fold over on itself, you've got enough to work with there.
Okay, that's good. Voila.
Well done. Excellent.
Looks like a squash jellyfish. Let's go for it. Right, so we grab this.
Yep.
And we grab a little bit of that.
That's it.
Chop that in. There you go. Getting ahead of myself there. Bit of the orange stuff. Actually,
Yeah, well, it's all right. You can chuck it in.
Put that in there.
Do it your own way.
Get a bit of coriander.
If you don't like my way, fine.
It's your way or the highway. Is that
Yeah.
is that
That's
it?
the way this works,
That's
all right?
the way this works, yeah. Right. 2 prawns. Ooh.
Yeah, all 3 you got. If
Do you know what? I'm going to do it my way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Basically,
do it.
use all the prawns we've got.
Use all the prawns apart from one. And then what we do
That's it.
is we fold it over. So I know what you mean about the tights.
Yeah, not that I've ever worn them, obviously, but only on Sundays.
Yeah, there you go. And then
Nice job.
voila. Oh, there you go.
That's it.
There you
Well
go.
done. Perfect. And then when we're ready, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to make the 4 canapés, and then we'll cut those in half. We'll do them all together, and then we can try them at the end if that's good for you.
Sounds
Yeah,
awesome, yeah.
perfect. No, honestly, they look absolutely fantastic. So just to go with those, before we move on to the next one, you'll see there's a little bowl there. We're going to make a little dipping sauce.
Okay.
And you'll see behind it there was some soy sauce. So this is just, again, this is from a Chinese supermarket. Actually, I think you got this for me. I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah, really good.
It's from a Japanese place in Guildford.
Really, really good stuff. It's a light soy sauce, so it's got that saltiness. That's what you want.
Yeah.
And then next to that, there's some Schussling rice wine.
This one here.
Yeah, that's it. So you just want to pour a little bit of each in there,
Okay.
and that's going to be our dipping sauce for the Vietnamese rolls. Now, guys, there's loads of different sauces you could do with this. Sometimes I've done like a peanut sauce, like a satay type sauce, which works particularly well. I do another one which has got some sesame oil in it. But this one's really simple, and it just brings out all of those lovely flavours in those rolls. Yeah, that's perfect. That's all we need. So that's it. We'll put that over on our canapé board.
Super.
Okay. Okay, guys. So we're going to move on to the next one, and that is going to be our prawn cocktail cups.
Ooh, yeah.
Sound good?
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.